Greetings once again to the Veve Gems community. Here, you will have the opportunity to access exclusive, top-tier NFTs through the Veve application, a channel I refer to as Veve Gems. This presentation will demonstrate the quantitative analytics of the top 10 most undervalued comics on the Veve app, revealing pockets of value through specific analytic parameters. Additionally, it will provide guidance on how to make the most of your gems, as there are more than 27,000 Marvel comics in existence, yet only less than 200 are currently available on the Veve app. Finally, it will assist you in strategizing your next moves. Today, I will present to you the 10 most undervalued comics on Veve, in addition to the portfolio tracker and Veve statistics for week 24. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not intended to be financial advice. I will be discussing the Veve weekly statistics snapshot in greater detail later in the video. This table illustrates the cost per MCP point in gems. Prices under 7 gems are generally considered a good deal. Some particularly noteworthy comics to consider include the rare variants of Tales to Astonish No. 13, Journey into Mystery Annual No. 1, Sergeant Fury and His Howling Commandos No. 1, and Fantastic Four No. 12. The data in this table reveals the amount of supply still available on the market for the top 10 undervalued comics on Veve. When the supply is less than 0.5% of the total editions minted, it is likely that prices will be sustained at these levels, making them ideal for long-term investments. It is worth noting that the market currently has a relatively high percentage of Journey into Mystery No. 83 available for purchase in comparison to the other comics on the list. This is because Journey into Mystery was recently released and the supply has not yet been fully absorbed by the market. As a result, this comic is a fantastic investment opportunity in the long term, as it is also currently ranked first on the list as the most undervalued comic. This table illustrates the potential for price appreciation of the comics, with any percentage over 300 being considered a good value. For those interested in the secret rare comics, we can observe negative percentages indicating that these comics are priced too high and are expected to decrease in value. Conversely, comics with positive percentages suggests that they are likely to increase in price. The methodology used to determine the percent upside potential takes into account a purely quantitative approach, using current prices as a basis for extrapolation, and does not factor in any hype, MCU potential, exclusive covers, or marketing activity from Veve. The analysis is based on the in real-life, IRL, values of the comics according to the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, and is dynamic in terms of percent supply available on the market and current market price. The goal is to provide weekly updates on the top 10 undervalued comics, using the comic's common variant min size and current market price as a basis for extrapolation, and assuming efficient market prices and minimal botting activity. This table provides an analysis of the top 10 most undervalued comics in terms of their current prices. A good value is generally considered to be 7 gems or less. Notable comics on the list include the common and uncommon variants of Tales to Astonish No. 13, Journey into Mystery Annual No. 1, Sergeant Fury and His Howling Commandos No. 1, and Fantastic Four No. 12. I'm excited to share a preview of my Veve collection with you. Later in the video, I'll demonstrate how you can easily browse through my collection on the Veve app. This table provides an overview of the total editions minted for the top 10 comics on the list. The first column displays the number of common variant editions, followed by the uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare variants. The rarity multiples on the right side of the table indicate the relative rarity of each variant compared to the common variant. For example, Marvel Comics #1 has an uncommon variant that is 8 times rarer than the common variant, meaning there are 8 common editions for each uncommon edition, 16 common editions for each rare edition, 20 common editions for each ultra rare edition, and 80 common editions for each secret rare edition. The final column displays the aggregate number of copies minted for each comic book, regardless of rarity. This week's addition to the investor portfolio is represented by this table, which displays the top 10 undervalued comics sorted from most to least undervalued, along with the variance and current prices. At the bottom, we have the total amount invested for the week. This table displays the price performance of the investment in the 10 comics chosen last week. We can see the top 10 undervalued comics, their variance, the prices from last week and today, the change in gems for the week, and the percentage change for each comic. Altogether, we have experienced a gain of 94.45 gems in the week, which is a positive 15.8% return. This table illustrates the cumulative performance of the investor portfolio over the past 23 weeks. Examining week number 23, we can observe that 16,430.5 gems have been invested thus far, with a current value of 14,415.7, resulting in a total loss of 2,014.7 gems, or a negative 12.3% return over the period of 23 weeks. This table displays the breakdown of the 230 comics that have been invested in, which is equivalent to 10 comics per week over the last 23 weeks. This table shows the variance and quantities of each comic held in the portfolio. Some standout comics that make up a significant portion of the portfolio include Marvel Comics #1, Sergeant Fury and His Howling Commandos #1, Fantastic Four #5, Amazing Spider-Man #1, Tales to Astonish #13, and Amazing Fantasy #15. This table displays Veve's weekly social media statistics, with week number 24 at the bottom. In this week, Veve experienced a decrease of 392 Twitter followers, a decrease of 1,000 followers on Discord, a loss of 32 Facebook members, and a decrease of 499 Instagram followers. Overall, over the course of the last 23 weeks, Veve has lost 4,812 Twitter followers, a 2% decrease, 5,000 Discord followers, a 4.4% decrease, gained 97 Facebook members, a 0.3% increase, and lost 8,605 Instagram followers, a 6.9% decrease. It seems that Veve has been experiencing a decline in social media engagement, which may be due to a combination of economic difficulties and an oversaturation of token production, as well as a lack of marketing efforts. To maintain value and attract more users in these challenging times, it is essential for NFTs to offer practical value and real-world utility in addition to being collectible items. This table illustrates the weekly Veve Immuta skin stats on the blockchain. Examining week number 24 at the bottom of the table, we can observe that Veve has created 11,133 new tokens and added 26 new unique owners during the same period, resulting in a tokens minted to unique owners (TMO) ratio of 11.84. This ratio reflects the average number of tokens minted per unique owner. If we trace this ratio back to week number 1, we can see that it has been steadily increasing from 10.8 in July 2022 to 11.84 today. Generally, if this ratio continues to rise, it suggests that the new unique owners are unable to keep up with the large amount of new token minting, which could lead to a sideways or downward trend in the values of your collectibles, at least in the short term. On a positive note, we can notice that the intensity of token minting has been declining in the last 2 weeks, which can be clearly seen in the dark green shaded percentage change, which is a good thing, as Veve starts to realize that overflooding the market with tokens to an almost stagnant user base is only going to backfire with lack of interest from its existing users, especially that the growth of unique owners is almost non-existent in the last 2 weeks. This table illustrates Veve's growth parameters over the last 23 weeks. Tokens minted represented by the blue line have increased by 10.5%, while unique owners have grown by nearly 1.26%. Unfortunately, Twitter followers have decreased by almost 2%, Discord followers have dropped by 4.5%, and Instagram followers have declined by almost 7%. Overall, the only positive growth is in tokens minted and unique owners, with the token minting growth far surpassing the unique owners' growth. Conversely, most social media metrics, with the exception of Facebook, have experienced negative growth during this same period. The current economic climate is in a recession. Token minting and unique owner growth over the past 23 weeks has been 10.49% and 1.26% respectively. Additionally, social media metrics have been trending downwards, indicating a lack of interest in the market. Despite this, the average token minting rate is still far higher than the demand, suggesting that the values are likely to remain stagnant or even decline in the short term. The long-term economic outlook suggests that a rebound may not occur until late 2023 or 2024. To support the value of tokens, token burning may be employed. In the first quarter of 2023, a mass marketing campaign should be launched to bring in new users. This should help to at least stabilize the TMO ratio, or even better, reverse the TMO ratio's upward trend to sustain values. Additionally, the downward trend of social media following should be reversed once the economy rebounds. To further add value, token utility should be implemented. Lastly, the future supply and minting of NFTs is a key factor in determining the expected values, as an oversupply of tokens will suppress values regardless of the other catalysts. Therefore, the expected values in the long term depend on the future token utility, user growth, and Veve's future strategy. By visiting my Patreon page, you can access a comprehensive ranking of all the comics on Veve, rather than just the top 10 comics featured in this video. This ranking can be used to identify which comics in your portfolio have the greatest potential for growth, as well as which comics may be overvalued, based on the analysis techniques demonstrated in this video. By staying up to date with the weekly updates on this channel, you can ensure that you are always making the most informed decisions when it comes to your comic investments. I'm excited to share with you a glimpse of my collection on the Veve app. If you're interested in getting a closer look, feel free to follow me on the Veve app by searching for the Avengers Logo Edition number 100, which is part of the Disney Golden Moments brand. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. As you know from my previous videos, I always make sure to respond to each and every one of them. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with my weekly updates on the top 10 undervalued comics on Veve. Thank you for watching, and happy collecting!